Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
From Universal Studios Hollywood. This
Potatoes in the chat for. Let's get some potato that chat. I say, but
We do not care.
hi guys, I'm Lab OBS as opposed to StreamYard. Let me tell you, I feel. You know what I mean? Like I got boxes. Landscape, portrait, got all this, but I can't. Rest in peace, tape. Oh, anyway, we have a
from
great show.
Universal Studios Hollywood.
Emily's not here. I'm cutting out. Oh no!
This is
Just bragged about. Oh, look, we got some noise suppression. That noise suppression. How about now? How we sounding? Get rid of that. There we go. Ha! Coming in hot, spicy notes. Am I coming in good? Okay. Because you guys are telling me you can't hear me. But anyway.
from Universal Studios Hollywood.
You know what? It might be user error. I'm not exactly staying in front of it. So let me behave. Let me behave myself and stay in the range I'm meant to be in. Also, I haven't talked today. Did you guys know that? That like usually the first time I talk all day is to you guys. 'Cause the baby, I mean, we talk, but you know, it's a bit one-sided. She's not the conversationalist that she used to be. Let's say hello to the people. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Mikey Pham, and welcome to the Headliners, your one-stop shop, the best news aggregate that doesn't use AI ever for anything ever again. Because someone broke that rule, and I had to slap. But he was nice about it. Diz, Russell, Billy, Dark Lord Greg. Wait, I got a button. Yes. So you're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, the financier. That's racist. I don't know if I can say that word. That's the M word. I don't say that word. It's weird, like growing up and understanding that slurs are bad, and then it's just like, oh, I'm not trying to say other people's slurs. Like that's not cool, right? And the fact that so many people are arguing, like, well, we bought the record, we should say the N word too. It's like, okay, man, if you buy hip hop and you just feel entitled to say it, you have not been listening to it right. Oh, we got a Vic Striker in the chat.
Well, fuck the hell off.
Oh my God, Tim ate a horse today. Oh, met. Maybe it was. Hey, let's wait. Let's not jump to conclusions here. Maybe he did say eat, and it just like autocorrected. Oh, does it really? Let me see. Thank you, Russell. Let me look real quick. Always something. Always something. Don't you play the sound? Okay. Wait. Yeah. It didn't change any of the fucking titles I made. What the hell is that? What the hell? It reused the thing from like a million years ago. Why did I make all this man? Why did I bother doing all that cool shit? I made a thing and everything. Okay, it's updated. So my thumbnail didn't go out? Man, this some hoe shit. What the fuck? Yes, there should be a vertical and the other one. Landscape. Damn, dude, yeah, my thing didn't go out. Damn, dude, yeah, my thing didn't go out. Damn, dude, yeah, my thing didn't go out. This is awesome. Yeah. Okay. Trump is to blame, Russell. You're correct. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. The meta horse cloned from the original horse. Apparently Irish elections are tomorrow. Tim over there voting. Ooh, I'm telling. Ooh, I'm telling. Who do I tell? Wait till I find out who I'm supposed to be telling on YouTube. I'm like, yo, watch out for that Bristol kid. He's got a vote in his pocket. He came in with his own. It's going to have fucking Connecticut plastered all over it. That's funny. All right. Let us begin in earnest. In earnest. So, y'all know how I've been kind of like on, you voted twice. Good boy, Tim. Vote for both people. You know, make them feel good. Crowd pleaser. You know how I've been kind of on this tip where I just like keep finding all this bullshit that ICE agents are up to?
Fully vetted.
Well, this is for Tim. For Tim in the chat. We got Mika to shuffle some papers for us. Apparently I'm fucking right again. I win again. I win the internet. The internet is mine now. I get a prize. I should get something. I need something. Because I'm getting about sick and tired of guessing the news and then the news happening. I'm getting tired of it.
New reporting from NBC News reveals Immigration and Customs Enforcement has placed new recruits into training before being fully vetted as part of the hiring surge to meet President Trump's mass deportation goals.
Come on, dog. You want to talk about you got to sign the book on the way in? Huh? Just do it the right way. We got to vet these people. They could be cartel members. They could be drug dealers. And y'all didn't even vet the... Bro. Come on, man. We got to be in a simulation.
As a result, ICE officials later discovered that some recruits had criminal backgrounds, failed drug tests, or did not meet physical or academic standards.
Come on, man. This is getting crazy. These motherfuckers are illegal Americans. These motherfuckers are not allowed to be in America. Bro, they're illegal Americans. They got criminal brother.
More, some recruits had not submitted fingerprints for background checks, which...
Christine in the chat with a question. I don't know why the chat's not popping up. What is that about? Where's my chat? Chat box. Oh. Huh? Huh? Oh, I just can't see it. It is there. Okay. Question for Mikey and Tim. I will field this one, Tim. I thought the White House was the people's White House and that the president is only a tenant. If that is the case, why is Trump demolishing the East Wing? Because he's a little dictator and he doesn't understand that rules apply to everybody. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like they're saying it's a ballroom. It might just be a place for all the diapers. Like it might be. They need some some bulk storage, you know what I'm saying? Tear that wall down so we can get a shipping dock up in this, because it's just, we're wasting so much time going back and forth to the little closet. We just gotta bring the pallets in, all right?
Is a violation of ICE hiring policy. In fact, one recruit had prior charges.
Dark Lord Greg says we are supposed to have 3 co-equal branches, but what if we don't? Oh, people are going to find out what happens if we don't. Wait till these idiots figure out that there are no rules. I wouldn't want to be somebody with a bunch of money when all the rules go out the window.
For strong-arm robbery and battery related to domestic.
Wait, did not submit fingerprints for background checks. What? Bro, they got that's why they acting so crazy. That's why they are acting so crazy. They are crazy. Oh boy, they done hired Jerry Springer's casting director to get him over here.
Failed drug tests or did not meet physical or academic standards. What's more, some recruits had not submitted fingerprints for background checks, which is a violation of ICE.
How y'all even know if these motherfuckers are... Oh my God, greatest chess move in the history of chess. Bro, imagine if all the people or half the people in ICE was people who were undocumented and they knew that ICE wasn't going to check. So now they're hiding in the enemy's clothes. Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. We got to get a script. We got to get a movie. We got to get a studio. This is gold. They're undercover, under ice, beneath the ice, trapped beneath the ice, starring Pedro Pascal. Let's be honest. It's got to be Pedro, right? Pedro would be the guy. It would be Pedro. Even though he's like unconventionally, breathtakingly good looking, he would play, you know, the person who is just this unassuming, not like, oh my God, you're a model, get out of here. I always love that in movies when they have like like Natalie Portman. Like Natalie Portman can't just walk around acting like she's just like, I'm just on the subway. People are like, oh my God, girl, have you seen like Halle Berry just walks through shit. It's like, come on, man. Like, Jason Momoa just goes into a bar and 15 people don't gasp. Deport ICE. Yes. Send them to CCOT.
Hiring policy. In fact, one recruit had prior charges for strong-arm robbery and battery related to domestic violence. Additionally, nearly half of recruits failed the written exam, even with access to notes and textbooks. All of this as ICE has shortened its training program from 13 weeks to 6 weeks to accelerate the onboarding process. ICE's HR office is reportedly overwhelmed by more than 150,000 applicants, spurred by a $50,000.
Oh my God, they didn't even get the infrastructure ready. They are truly bad at this. And as much as people shit on, you know, the boring, the mundane, the bureaucracy of it all, you know. There we go. I'm just gonna move some stuff here. I'll leave that. But I'm taking up this. I'm taking up space, damn it. I wanted the chat video. The chat box. There we go. Yes. Yes. This is good. This is good. Put that there. Hold Alt. Scroll down. Psh, look at it. Look at, oh, put this here. I think I like it. Okay. I can stop obsessing over it. That was going to bug me. Oh, Tim, they didn't call him back. Oh. It's all right, man. We're going to get this to work.
Signing bonus. That'll bring you in a $50,000 signing bonus.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is life imitating art, or at least comedy, with Tina Fey's skit. But you know, Willie, South Park also had an entire episode.
Just doing a little quick math. That's $7.5 billion in bonuses. If they were looking for 150 and you're giving them all 50. Yeah, it's 7.5 billion. Can we have health care? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Episode where Mr. Garrison was whisked into ice.
Like, maybe give the undocumented people $10,000 each and a flight back home. And I think that would actually be cheaper. We would literally save money if we just gave the people that we assumed were undocumented cash. And not to mention the cost of the facility that they put them in, and then all the people that work there and all that staff. You know what? 15. It is literally cheaper to give 15 grand to each person rather than spend $7.5 billion on bonuses. That's not even pay. Who knows what they're getting paid? Probably $100K. Like, this is so expensive. So expensive. Like, this is the most expensive way I've ever seen anything construct. Like, it is literally cheaper to give cash to the people you want to get rid of versus this. Yeah, Tim says, give me 10K and I'll self-deport. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do I have to do to get in on this gravy train? Since we're trying to spend money to get people to leave here, can I just, get the money? Kay says, no, they're putting out ads saying they'll do that, give financial assistance and a plane home, and it's an absolute trap. Nah, fuck that shit. Put that direct deposit my shit, and then you know what I mean. Look the other way, and then I'll just be out. I'll just be gone.
With absolutely no training, with no nothing, and here
and they high. You want to know why these motherfuckers are ramming in everybody's cars and shooting people? Because they're on fucking drugs. What the fuck?
According to this report,
do they even have a driver's license? You don't have the DUI guy up there driving, do you? You know he's not allowed. We told you. Jenkins is not allowed to fucking drive, brother. No, under no, not it. No. I know we couldn't get the garage door shut. You need him to pull up like 6 inches. Not for that. Nope, can't trust him.
Like half of the people in ICE failed written exams, even though they had access to notes.
Bro, they can't even read. Oh my God. I believe the children are our future. What is going on? How do they have this many adult men who can't read? I feel like I failed you. Mr. Rogers was there.
And books. And
Where were the parents?
these are the people that are going around, again, throwing people to the ground, many times without anybody seeing their identity. It is, man, you talk about a recipe for disaster. I mean, we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you have masked agents who haven't really been vetted, who haven't passed the test, who've taken the signing bonus and just been kind of put on the front lines, you're going to get some of these incidents we've seen.
So they gave him the money up front? So as soon as they get in, you're giving them the cash? But they ain't got no background check yet. They're failing their drug tests. Jesus Christ. And they can't pass a PT test. That's why you see these motherfuckers dumping face first into the pavement. They ain't ever ran before. I've seen new runners. I used to run cross country. Played soccer. I've done quite a bit of running in my day. These motherfuckers have never taken a step. They have no idea what shoes are. They are freaking out over here. They be like, curb, 15 of them falling on the floor. Like, what is going on?
Most recently down on Canal Street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. On a positive note, Chrissy says, I had a great delight in replying to a potential customer who wanted a bandana with a refuck logo. Kindly declined, saying it wasn't fair to tar the dog with that. Tim says maybe that's why they just grab people. They can't read, so they don't know who to get. That might be half of it, bro. And you know, if their fucking names are anything similar, they can't tell the difference. They can't read in other languages. They can't read in English. Shit. Yeah, Chrissy says, Mikey, they don't need to be able to read as long as they can tell the difference between whites and non-whites. They're all good. except there's non-white citizens, and they keep scooping their asses up. It's like, bro, quit missing. Stop.
Roughing up some of the guys selling fake purses down there. But yes, you would like to see, this is obviously a part of the president's mass deportation efforts. He needs the bodies. He needs people to be out in the streets, knocking on these doors, kicking down these doors, taking people out of vehicles and all the things that we've been seeing in these videos. But
I figured it out, everybody. Put a lengthy paragraph on your front door. It will paralyze them, if not blind them. Put some 3 or 4 syllable words in there. The ICE agents will be paralyzed in their tracks. Just take some like traffic laws. Just 1 page on the front door. Just the pain, my head.
he needs people, Mika. He needs bodies, and so they don't have to pass the test.
They have put a lot of money, Joe, into...
We ain't got no money because I still need to get my motherfucking $50,000 from Tom Homan. I will never drop that, by the way. I am never, ever, ever dropping that. $50,000 in a fucking paper bag and we got student loan debt? Bullshit. Get a goddamn collection together. Get a collection together. If he gets 50K, we all want 50K. We all want it. But I mean, those were ICE agents. We can't expect them to be law enforcement professionals. You know, I got a cop story for you.
It's important light on the devastating consequences of a federal task force bus gone wrong.
Yeah, the video comes as a result of WBTV fighting and winning for its unsealing in federal court. Investigative reporter Naomi Coles walks us through it.
It's the early morning hours of November 1st, 2019. A man walks out of his home in Northwest Charlotte. Moments later, an FBI task force waiting outside closes in as he runs back into the house.
Run, run.
From Gastonia Police, this is Task Force Officer Clarence Belton. These are his task force partners, and this is CMPD Officer Heather Loveridge and her partner. They're not on the task force, but according to court filings, they've been called in for perimeter support.
Don't laugh. It's not funny.
The task force has a search warrant as part of a drug investigation. What's about to happen after this man runs inside has become the subject of controversy and a lawsuit that spent years slogging its way through federal court.
I've got 45 years of law enforcement experience.
This is Dr. Roy Taylor, who
5 British pounds from Allie. Thank you so much. Wait, where's my button? Oh. Mikey, you're on Shorts Live too, and YouTube. You have 2 chats, my friend. TikTok-esque vertical. I got that notification first. Awesome. It's It's alive. But this will go away once Tim comes back. But thank you so much.
I asked to watch the video with me. He's a police litigation specialist and longtime police chief with experience on federal task forces like this one. He has no connection to the incident or the lawsuit, but he researched both at my request.
Here, I'm going to start it right before the suspect runs into the garage in the house.
Belton and his partner, just off screen, are about to use a battering ram to take down the door. When they do, court filings say a woman is standing there, just off screen, with a gun pointed at them. Belton and his partner shoot. Belton feels his arm go numb, his gun drops, and he collapses and will later testify that he crawled and stumbled out of the garage while continuing to take fire.
Hold on, we right at the moment. I know that this has been a lot of lead up, but check this out. And this it is a bit quiet. Let's see if I can enhance.
It's hard to see here.
It adds legitimacy to the fact that he was actually crawling. There he is right there. You can just make out his profile.
As he crawls, CMPD Officer Loveridge fires at him.
She's supposed to be backup. This girl's supposed to be my backup. She is here to watch my back. She is still shooting at him. Like, stop. Stop.
Crawling, there he is right there. You can.
He escapes the lady in the house, and this fucking cover is lighting him up.
Just make out his profile.
As he crawls, CMPD Officer Loveridge fires at him. Records say it was 14 times. Loveridge would testify in court. She had heard the shots fired in the doorway, saw no officers left in the garage, and thought Belton was the suspect. Belton was the only black officer on the task force, and the suspect, Loveridge had been told, was also black.
I mean, they look the same, right? I'm telling everybody, you have to check your implicit bias. You have to expose yourself to other people. If you thought that those 2 dudes looked the same, the freaking mop of hair on his head didn't clear it up for you. The fact that he's got a freaking tactical vest on didn't do it for you. I mean, to dodge 3 bullets from the homeowner just to get 14 more bullets sent at you from your own backup. Jesus. What are you picking? What's up?
The person is crawling toward you without a visible gun. Is that something you can shoot at?
Absolutely not. Irrelevant that it's a police officer. It wouldn't matter if it was the suspect or the woman that pulled the gun or an innocent person in the house. There's no justification for firing that way.
Word, like what if somebody else was in the garage and they were just trying to crawl out of there? Not today, you're not. Jesus, you got fucking Terminator Barbie over here.
Belton's.
That's our guy. That's our guy. Man, don't make me your guy no more. Whoo, I don't want to be y'all guy. Let me out. I'm off the team. Handing in my badge. Bro, your girl shot at me 14 times. After the 8th shot, I was expecting one of her for one of y'all to put her down. Like, get her off of me. What is she doing? Lady, he's fucking 15 feet away. 14 bullets and you missed. Hi, Kellahella. No one's ignoring you. I'm not trying to. No, I feel bad. I'm in my head. Like, lady, that is not. What are you doing?
Or an innocent person in the house.
Here.
There's no justification for firing that weapon.
Look.
Belton survived, but with permanent injuries.
Officer down, start that way.
He's suing Loveridge in the city of Charlotte for negligence.
You fucking think?
At the heart of the case, a test of the leading legal decision that governs much of the modern-day use of force nationwide. That's Graham versus Connor, a Charlotte incident that went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court in 1989. It's a legal decision that Dr. Taylor says all officers, including those at CMPD, are trained on multiple times.
You know, her defense, I mean, this is a very quickly unfolding, dangerous situation, but again, you don't use deadly force unless there is a threat of deadly force being used against you or somebody else.
But there are larger issues at play, as this video shows. Loveridge, for example, has pointed to how difficult it was to see the words police on Belton's vest.
How was I supposed to know he was one of the people I talked to 30 seconds ago? Didn't say police very clear on his vest. He had a hoodie obscuring some of the letters. I thought he was part of ICE. Ellie says, oopsie. This has happened before. A female policewoman shot a mirror with her image. She in there panic sweating. Just, oh shit. Ah! Ugly bitch, get down. Dumped 30 rounds into a home because the home answered the door at 4 a.m. Owner had a pistol. Oh, I saw that. They were just like dumping rounds into the house. Yeah. And that's like, people act like America is so, you know, progressed. Like, I could totally answer the door with a shotgun every day. Every day. It's not illegal. It mandate smaller mags or something. Police love to dump the entire thing into anything that slightly inconveniences them. They should have to do 10 pages of paperwork per bullet. That'll slow them down. There is no defense. The other officer was clearly no threat. So the use of deadly force is not justifiable. Yeah, like, it could have been anybody crawling out of there. What if it was like the neighbor guy who was borrowing a shovel and he got hit with a bullet and he's trying to crawl out? This lady would have wasted him. Well, she's got Stormtrooper fucking aim. Stormtrooper Barbie, that's her name now.
Dr. Taylor sees this case as one where different decisions from the task force after the suspect ran inside could have changed the outcome.
This is much more than a few task force officers really should tackle. They really should pull back, secure the perimeter.
And also, he the only one that got shot. Like, he got hit in the hand, and he's like, oh shit, my hand just went numb. Let me crawl out of here. And he got to dodge bullets from this lady. How are you backing him up when he's the only one that needed your help, and he's the only one you tried to hurt? Like, what the fuck? You're not on the team no more, lady.
And wait for reinforcements to come.
Is there a larger conversation to be had about the training and the regulations for these types of...
I'm with you on One Angry Pagan. Meanwhile, it seems the governor is still going to want stringent licenses just to own a sword. I'm trying to get me some sword action going on over here. Just start walking around with a katana. Ready for anything.
Missions.
I think so.
12-23, we got shots fired out here on Oak Burn.
Reporting in Charlotte, Naomi Coles.
Can't even go to Charlotte. I was just about to go to Charlotte and just hang out at my friend's garage, but I don't even know if I can do that now. It's a crazy world we live in. Speaking of crazy world we live in, remember when that Charlie dude died, and then everyone said that the left has to like rededicate itself to peace and all this other gaslighting bullshit? What's
Sixth
this?
rioter who received one of the president's pardons is now charged with allegedly threatening to kill Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh, what do you fucking know? What do you fucking know? What a surprise. What a shock. What a unique vision we've all had. We've pierced the veil. What's that you say? The January 6ers wanted to harm Congress people? I wonder why they were trying to get into the building. Maybe they should have been prosecuted like they were trying to get into the fucking congressional building and hurt people. So you fucking let him out, and what does he do? He tries to hurt people.
A January 6th rioter who received one of the president's pardons is now charged with allegedly threatening to kill Hakeem Jeffries. Authorities say Christopher Moynihan, seen here in the Senate chamber.
Look, this one here, full screen. Him right there. Him. They defended these dudes. They said it was fine. They said it was fine.
During the attack, sent text messages to an anonymous source that said, quote, Hakeem Jeffries makes a speech in a few days in New York City. I can't allow this terrorist to live. Even if I'm hated, he must be eliminated. And I will kill him for the future. That anonymous person then tipped off the FBI. In a statement, the House Minority Leader criticized.
Thank you for snitching on your crazy ass friends. Because it's getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting real sick of everybody trying to excuse this family member and so-and-so's got this problem and so-and-so. No. This is a goddamn society. And if you want it to persist, outliers from that society need to be dealt with properly. If people are exhibiting parasocial behavior and antisocial behavior, then they need treatment or confinement. Like, if dude is hearing voices and he wants to chainsaw people, we should probably, like, not let him near the parks and stuff. That seems obvious to me. But they want to make fucking special exceptions when they want to just, do mass violence to groups of people that they don't care about. Like check yourself in the fucking mirror. Because they were acting like these little January 6 dudes were fucking angels. Are they still angels? Am I still overreacting? Was I still being too harsh? When given more time, they do more crime? What percentage of those people were black, by the way? Asking for a friend.
Is the blanket pardon that Trump gave to the January 6th defendants, and acts of violence will not stop us from showing up, standing up, and speaking up for the American people. First of all, this is scary. But second of all, it's, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a natural consequence of pardoning people in a blanket fashion, just period, the end, regardless of what they were accused of doing.
Well, first, this is absolutely horrific and disgusting, and I'm so grateful that the FBI is as impressive as they are and was able to capture this. There's a man named Alton Mills who Barack Obama pardoned, who was a violent criminal and went on to murder somebody else. No one here.
It didn't take but, I don't know, 20 minutes? 20 minutes? No, not even 20 minutes. What, 90 seconds into the story? Yeah, around 90 seconds. Obama did something like that. Like, shut up, lady. God,
knows his name because the reality is we can't be held responsible for what he did after that. This is disgusting, but I think to take a bigger look at what's going on there.
Bro, he was literally in the commission of the same crime when he got caught the first time. What are you talking about? He was trying to harm Congress people the first time, and then he got pardoned for it, and he did it again. What are you talking?
Is in fact one party that frequently releases violent criminals and puts them back on the street, and that is the Democratic Party, who's soft on crime. There was a man, DeCarlos Brown, who was arrested 14 times and went on to murder someone. So I think that is a bigger problem.
Yeah, and Greg's right. Imagine being so angry at a complete moderate. Like, no one on the left likes Hakeem Jeffries because he plays the exact middle of the speedometer.
Problem that Americans are facing today. And as for Hakeem Jeffries, absolutely disgusting that somebody wanted to target him, and I'm so grateful that the FBI discovered that plot.
So a few weeks ago, rhetoric was the issue and was the source of political violence on the left. Now here's a man who was pardoned by this president for a violent act, who then threatens a member of Congress, congressional leadership.
And it's the same fucking crime. Like, that's what, it's like bank robber gets caught in bank vault. Like, this is the same.
And it's no big deal?
It is a big deal. Absolutely. It's a huge deal. The plot was foiled. And
right, but
thankfully everyone is safe.
I thought we just had this whole national conversation about rhetoric, which, by the way, I don't want to endorse that, but I'm just saying, especially on the right, that was the conversation, was that rhetoric was leading to violence. But now all of a sudden it's like, well, this is just what happens when you let people out of prison. It's just part of
It's not what happens, and that's why I'm opposed to the soft on crime policy.
Well, we do have breaking news. Thank you for the heads up, Chrissy.
We're following this breaking news from the White House as well, where the administration has just confirmed the president issued a pardon for the founder of a major cryptocurrency exchange. Let's go right to MSNBC White House correspondent.
Bro, they're so corrupt. They're so corrupt. Oh my God. They are so blatantly corrupt now. Whew, there is no shame left. No shame left. I'm glad that everybody who, you know, wanted to call the show names and make fun of us, and then they kept acting like this is a man of God and he's all this stuff. Whew, I mean, y'all are going to be in for it. Good luck explaining this on Facebook when y'all want to argue with folks. The money to Argentina, the ballroom, and now this, all in the same couple of, like, 3 days, 4 days? And y'all ain't got, and the government is still shut down? He said, yo, the government don't work, but this pen work. Hey, come here. Yo. Couldn't be me.
Laura Barone Lopez, who's back with us to follow that.
Well,
what do we know about this?
Alex, that's right. So President Trump today pardoned Changpeng Zhao, the convicted founder of that cryptocurrency exchange Binance.
To be fair, that was a really hard set of words she just had to say. That's fucked up. Like, that is a hard headline, you know, to...
We have it confirmed from White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who said that the president exercised his constitutional authority by issuing this pardon to Zhao, who was prosecuted, they say, by the Biden administration. These charges came down in 2023 when Zhao, pled guilty to charges related to money laundering. But Caroline went on to say that they essentially, despite no allegations of fraud or identifiable victims, that the Biden administration sought these charges against.
What you mean, no victims? He said it's a rug pull. There's no victims. It's just numbers. No, you scammed people.
Zhao and that the actions by the Biden administration, they say, severely damaged the United States' reputation on this, in this front, in cryptocurrency. Now, we should note, Alex, that the president's family, the Trump Organization, along with Steve Witkoff, the Middle East envoy, have ventured into cryptocurrency.
Y'all didn't want to make them divest. We were telling y'all that they needed to divest. They needed to divest. Look what they're doing. Y'all let them in there and they're corrupt as fuck. Holy shit.
On their own, and this is a venture that the president's family has been heavily involved in.
I'm glad you noted that. It's something to keep in mind. Thank you very much for that perspective, Laura Barone Lopez.
So add that to the stack of pardons where these people are not going to have to pay their settlements back. Like he's had 4, or it's more than that. It's double digits, maybe like 20 people. But the 20 people that he pardoned, aka erased their court case, they don't owe any more payments on their settlement. So he's saved his friends like $2 billion in court restitution. He's scamming y'all. I fucking told you, man. I didn't want to be right. Damn.
Look, I'm not going to get into the pardons, whether that was a good thing or not, but it's happened.
I mean,
and
why
we can
not?
only
Why
move
can't we get
forward
into the pardons
and make sure that the people who are dangerous criminals
but
are
isn't that
off
the issue?
streets.
Isn't the issue in part whether the pardons were good or not? You mentioned, we're talking about this guy, but there were several others. Another pardoned January 6th rioter was shot and killed in a confrontation with Indiana police. January 6th.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is So shot and killed by police in Indiana. January 6th rioter pardoned by Trump faces child sex charges. And then February, ex-Proud Boy leaders Enrique Tarrio arrested on assault charge outside U.S. Capitol. Let's see, U.S. Capitol rioter who smashed Speaker Lobby's door charged with burglary. In Virginia, former January 6th defendant who was arrested near Obama's house is convicted on gun charges. I would say it's a pattern, but it's just the way that they act. I don't want to listen to the fucking white supremacist guy. He fucking drives my fucking skin up. It drives me insane. But I will listen to my brother Cornel West.
Of blanket pardoning of insurrections January 6th. There's not in any way a persuasive argument one can make. And that's true for any president, be it Biden or be it Trump. And as you know, I'm not a fan of either one of those because I think they're tied to war crimes in Gaza, but that's just a rich footnote. But the important thing is more than just a risk, though, brother. It is no moral and legal justification.
That is Cornel West, Muttley. You calm it down.
Drop the mic.
Well, the lack of remorse is one big part of it. I mean, these people were not remorseful in any way, and that's a big part of the problem.
Yeah, so we were just talking about pardons last week. I think pardons and commutations play an important role in our, and that the president should have that authority. I think that there needs to be systems and standards that apply for every president across the board, Democrat or Republican.
Absolutely.
But that aside, I think we're missing the context in which we're actually talking about when the story started about this individual and what they were actually trying to do on January 6th and how dangerous it was for our country, for people in the Capitol at that time. And so then I guess the question is, I like to see that usually when you get pardoned, there's a form of rehabilitation that happens. You have to show that you've served some time and that you've actually learned. We don't really know if that happened because it happened so fast under this administration. It was a campaign promise. It was actually like, I don't care if they served time and they did some rehabilitation. I'm going to do it so that my folks know I stand with these folks. And the final question I just have to ask is, Scott, you and I are aligned. There is no place for political violence anywhere, but why is it so heightened right now? And what is the antidote to bring it down? Because just putting one side against the other, we're just going to always just try to keep outdoing each other, and then violence will keep happening. So I want to go a layer deeper and
They just added them to ICE. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, maybe there should be rehabilitation. Maybe there should be some sort of penance. Maybe there should be some sort of, I don't know, punishment. He did nothing. They did nothing. Nothing. Let them keep running around. A message from the governor.
9 right now. Let's go to Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker speaking right now as he prepares to sign an executive order around federal enforcement in the state.
To ensure that the truth is preserved so the public can know what their elected and appointed officials have done. And so the courts and the Congress can eventually hold people accountable. It is imperative that none of the impropriety, brutality, and harassment perpetrated upon our people goes unnoticed. Every instance of abuse, of law breaking, or violent and violations of rights needs to be documented and archived. Since this began, I have encouraged the people of Illinois to use their phones and to record everything they are witnessing and post it on social media. But we must now take this a step further and create an official public record. Across the board, President Trump and the federal government have dodged accountability and dismantled the institutions responsible for checking that corruption and overreach that they're committing. Trump has fired 17 inspectors general.
Jesus.
He has installed cronies and sycophants at the Department of Justice who are willing to look the other way. His MAGA allies in Congress have enthusiastically ignored or approved of it. No hearings, no oversight, no checks and balances. And while states have limited abilities against federal immunity, we must remind everyone that this is not forever. There will come a time where people of good faith are empowered to uphold the law. When the time comes, Illinois will have the testimony and the records needed to pursue justice to its fullest extent. Today,
yeah, that I was just following orders. It doesn't track in American law. We don't give a shit. You should have said no.
I'm signing an executive order creating the Illinois Accountability Commission, a body dedicated to truth, transparency, and justice. The commission will be charged with 3 core missions. 1, creating a public record of the abuses. 2, capturing the impact on families and communities. And 3, recommending actions to prevent further harm and to pursue justice. The commission will be led by truly an extraordinary group of highly qualified leaders who reflect Illinois' deep expertise, integrity, and commitment to justice. With support from the Illinois Department of Human Rights, the commission will collect testimony, hold hearings, and gather information and firsthand accounts from individuals.
Y'all finna get the Pritzker report instead of the Mueller report. The Pritzker dossier is gonna have 500,000 people in government arrested.
Individuals, community members, subject matter experts, local officials, journalists, faith leaders, and organizations. The commission and the records they gather will shine more light on the misconduct of Trump's federal agents. The Trump administration officials have demonstrated on more than one occasion that they are willing to lie to the public and the media to mask their misdeeds. They have already and will continue to cover up.
Kirsty Noem finna take this video and put J.B. Pritzker threatens ICE agents. says El Chapo put $50K bounty on their head. Any video anyone makes now, just know Thirsty Noem might take that bitch, change the caption, and make you threatening someone with her lying ass.
Abuses of power cross the legal limits of their authority and attempt to justify dangerous attacks that threaten our people and our communities. We hope to reveal to the public in Chicago, the state of Illinois, across the nation, and around the world the facts on the ground about what is happening here. We intend to create a
You're listening to the governor talking about an executive.
Damn, girl, you just talk right over the top of him. What the hell?
order he's signing today, all focus on federal enforcement.
All right, I guess that's all we get for that clip. Okay. But this is, what is it? It's, Muttley says here, it's really hard to believe that a democratic Western country is going the way the U.S. is, but for the fact we are watching it unfold before our very eyes. Ted says it's horrible. This is a democracy, y'all. The governor shouldn't have had to do that. Right. Hey, Ollie. Wait, where's Ollie's thing?
I know nothing. Nothing.
See, this is what happens when there isn't equal prosecution. This is a simple thing. It's all about prosecution. It's about, like, it's not that America's laws have these gaps in them. It's that the people that are supposed to enforce the guardrails are corrupt. and to think, like, this isn't a small endeavor that is taking place. These are all of the Republicans in the House are lockstep with this, except for, like, what, 10. This is collusion. This was the plan. And they're all just sitting on their hands, hiding in their houses, not having town halls, not being accountable to their people. And it's like, okay. Like, there's only one way that all of this is going to end. And it's going to end, and it's going to end how it's going to end. They are choosing this. All they have to do right now, all these people in the House, impeach Trump. Impeach him. Impeach him and start the prosecutions on all the people who have violated the law. Impeach him. There's a mechanism to stop all this shit right now. Someone in the cabinet, invoke the 25th. They could be stopping this. And not one of them has jumped up and said, I will be the Republican that says Trump needs to be impeached. Not one of them will do it. Because they're paid off. They assume that there's going to be an after this for them. Well, I got bad news. Everyone's watching. This is the internet. We can see everything. Oh, I forgot my Graham Plattner clip. Oh no. Cuomo posted an AI ad of no. There's no way.
I think
there's no way. Let me see this video. Like, Cuomo's so bad, dude. He's so bad at being a politician. Is this it? I think this is it. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. I wanted the original video, but let's see.
And drunk driving.
With plans to decriminalize all drugs.
Get out the way, dude. Yeah.
Will be a job creator for drug dealers. Instead of helping us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facility.
What the fuck is this? Is the worst video I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, he is such a wannabe Trump. He's such a wannabe Trump. Cuomo is he's the perfect facsimile of Trump. He thinks he's copying him. He's copying him.
We need. He wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let us sleep in subway carts.
These are actual policies Mamdani and the DSA want to implement on day one.
When a woman's...
And it's lies. Oh, he's shamed.
Being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help, kumbaya the situation.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Mom Donnie
What the fuck, Andrew Cuomo? Oh, dude, you're cooked.
is finally lowering jail sentences. Guilty! But Mom Donnie says you're free to go. Woo-hoo! Who cares if legalizing prostitution...
What the fuck is this, pimp? What the fuck is this? Yo! Yes, this is AI. What the fuck? Why does he have a purple? Why is it Cat Williams from Dave Chappelle from the Player Haters Ball? Like, what is this?
Statistically leads to an increase for sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%.
You can't have safety without equality.
For unlawful abiding citizens like us, globalize the intifada.
Wait, why is the drug dealer now burning his hand, which I assume is him trying to burn the American flag? The drug dealer is now anti-Zionist? What do we do with this? Do we just like sue people? Like, how do you stop? How do you
play the video? We're not done.
Know.
I want to see the rest.
And as doing shoplifting. I mean, I like that with AI now we can make.
Come on, brother. I just wanted the video because you had it before me.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal. For Zoran. For Zoran Mamdani.
Like this has got to be like some sort of like slander, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I should be able to sue for this. You know what I mean?
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
Unbelievable. If you live in New York and one of your fucking family members votes for fucking Cuomo for fucking making that, go no contact. Like, straight up. Fuck. Like, it's just racism. And the fact that everybody wants to just, like, you know, parse out their racism is like, well, I just don't like different cultures. I just like, no, it's racism. It's bigotry. You are part of a larger system to keep black and brown folks down. Stop participating in it if you consider yourself an ally. Enough. Because no one has the time or inclination to be explaining to you in the year 2025 of our Lord that you need to not tolerate racism in your presence. We shouldn't have to explain this shit to you. You should be disgusted when you hear some of this shit. But yet you like send it to your black friends like, did you see this? Like, we don't want to see that shit. Oh, and this just in, Amazon plans on getting rid of 600,000 workers for robots. I'm glad you guys gave Amazon warehouses all those tax breaks for your neighborhoods to make those jobs that it is going to remove now. So that's great. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, this. So, NBA season just kicked off. I'm very excited. My boy, Victor Wembanyama, the new GOAT, the new king, the young prince, 40 points, like 12 rebounds, like 6 blocks, you know, something light. Easy when you're 7'5", crossing people over at the top of the key. Unbelievable. But there was some other news in the NBA that not so great.
There's a lot to unpack here. It is a big, huge case. And joining us right now, we have MSNBC investigative correspondent Mark Santia. We have MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin, and also Sports Wrap.
Yeah.
So give me a sense, Mark, of just what jumps out to you about this. Is it the enormity? Is it the money?
It's all of it, Alex. Alex, it's all of it. It's huge names in the NBA. It's the extent, some of the technology, Alex, they're talking about was incredible and millions of dollars. I mean, when you talk about the NBA, you're talking about Terry Rozier, who's had a great career, currently playing with the Miami Heat, had some great years with Boston. You're also talking about Chauncey Billups, who's the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. But Billups played for the Knicks. Billups won championships in Detroit. He was a finals MVP in 2004.
Yeah.
So you're talking about some of the biggest names in the game, and then you're talking about, in the one case, you're talking about these are two separate investigations. There's some overlap, but you talk about that poker investigation, illegal poker. So they would find, quote unquote, victims called fish, and they would lure these fish in, according to the feds. They would lure them in with the opportunity to play next to some big names, including Chauncey Billups. And then, Alex, you're talking about the technology. They had shufflers, like card shufflers. You are talking about special glasses. And then something I've never heard about, an X-ray table.
So if they could place the card.
You get all this motherfucking NBA money and y'all over here gambling still. You already won the lottery.
Up to face down and still be able to zero in on that card and know exactly what it was.
Yo, y'all some cheating sons of bitches, boy.
Looking at it right here, right? That's it. Your card is face down, but everybody's in on it except for the fish, the victim, and they can see what card the fish has. And again, it's all about sort of, according to the feds, bilking.
Wouldn't an X-ray table be dangerous to play around? I should sincerely hope that it's not real X-rays and it's using some sort of like infrared. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. You don't want to just have X-rays bouncing around the room. Do some cell damage.
These unsuspecting poker players in these games to the tune of millions of dollars. And then when people wouldn't pay up, you would see organized crime, according to police, organized crime come in and muscle some of those victims to paying up. This is a massive investigation.
Why is everyone so greedy? Stop being greedy. Slow down. Drink some tea. Read a book. Go outside and smell the wind. Relax. Relax.
Two massive investigations out.
Arrests from all over the country. We had them in Miami today. We had them in Portland. We had them in Las Vegas. I mean, it really spans the breadth of all 50 states, most likely. So, Lisa, let me ask you about your takeaway on this, the big highlights for you, and what you think went into this kind of a sting operation. I mean, how elaborate was it behind the scenes trying to bring these people?
Hey, I heard that's why Jordan had to go play baseball, but I mean, that's not me. That's what I heard. I heard he got caught, and then they had to find an excuse why he had to serve his 18-month suspension. That's just what I heard. I mean, you know, rumors. You know how rumors get. I think I had one more. Oh, yeah, the demolition of the White House. Oh, yeah. Graham Plattner. You guys know Graham Plattner, right? The guy up in Maine, the, oh, here we go.
The New York Times.
The guy in Maine who's run into unseat Collins, Susan Collins. And come to find out, he's got a fucking Nazi tattoo on his chest that he got while he was like, at a bar in Croatia back in the day or whatever. I wonder what y'all think. Because at this point, I'm of two minds. First mind, I'll take a reformed Nazi over a goose-stepping Nazi. There's one camp. Then the other camp is he says that he was drunk in Croatia, wanted a badass skull, and then found out after the fact that it was a Nazi tattoo, but still didn't get it covered up for stupid guy reasons. Possible. And then there's other groups that are like, it doesn't matter. He had it. He's out. What says y'all? What does the says y'all? I don't think people, he owned up and got it covered. I don't think people should make excuses. I agree. Why don't other companies go after the lost revenue from gambling by attacking them? It was probably one of these sports betting places that fucking snitched on him. Case says he's not reformed. This is the sticky wickets of politics. Like, if this guy's leading, do you get him in just to get her unseated and then put the dagger in his back? You know what I'm saying? Do you get rid of the Republican and then run a new, like, recall him and get somebody else in there? That's what I would do. Because honestly, like, we just need her unseated. That's the main crux of it. And if you're going to be problematic too, unseat her, be useful for us, and then also go fuck off. He was in Blackwater. That alone is enough to not trust him. Unfinished song, what up? Let me see. Because you shouldn't have to be told to cover a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have to tell you these things. It shouldn't have to come out from, of course, opposition research from the DNC. They know how to look up everything except for how they can look up everything in somebody's past. But when it comes to listening to what the people say, that is a mystery that they just cannot solve. Let's see where to go. Oh, here we go.
Hey, everyone.
Let's see.
Grant Plattner here. I want to talk to you about something. In 2007, when I was a young infantry sergeant in the Marine Corps, myself and some machine gunners I served in Fallujah and Ramadi with were on our third deployment. We were in a naval vessel and we pulled in for a Liberty port in Split, Croatia. We went ashore to do the thing that young Marines do, which tends to be carousing and sometimes getting tattoos. We wanted to get something that represented our jobs, our service, fighting in Fallujah and Ramadi as machine gunners. We went ashore, we found a tattoo parlor after a fair amount of heavy carousing, and we found a tattoo on the wall, a piece of flash that looked like a terrifying skull and crossbones. We thought it looked cool, and so we got it. I have had this tattoo for the last 18 years. I re-enlisted into the United States Army with this tattoo, where I was screened for hate and gang-related tattoos. I worked for the State Department as a contractor, where I got a full physical, which included screening my tattoos. I've gone through life with this thing, taking my shirt off, having photographs taken, videos taken. I've been very, very open in my life with the fact I had a skull and crossbones on my chest, because that's what I thought it was. It's come to my attention that it has a stark resemblance to a symbol that is used by neo-Nazis. And I want to say that was not the intent at all. And the idea that I've been going around with something like that utterly horrifies me. I know that symbols like this can be incredibly damaging to people, and the idea that I've had it all these years and it could have been read like that is incredibly troubling. I have lived a life dedicated to anti-fascism.
How y'all feeling? Is he believable? Is he winning you over? Let me know.
Anti-racism and anti-Nazism. I think that racism and anti-Semitism are a long scourge on our society and a long scourge on our politics, and I think it has no place in our world. For that reason, I have gone and gotten it covered up. Last night, I went to...
Why would y'all put his mic in the thing? You knew he was going to do that. You knew he was going to lift the shirt up.
...a tattoo parlor, and I got this to cover up the skull and crossbones. It's a Celtic knot with some imagery around dogs, because my wife Amy and I have two wonderful dogs that we love a lot. This far more represents who I am now than even the skull and crossbones did, which I thought that it was. This has come up because the establishment is trying to throw everything it can at me. It is terrified of what we are trying to build here. Every second we spend talking about a tattoo I got in the Marine Corps is a second we don't talk about Medicare for all. It's a second that we don't talk about raising taxes on the wealthy. It's a second we're not talking about the material struggles of Mainers as they try to scrape through a system that at its core is trying to rob them. And that's why tonight, I'm just going back right out on the road. We're holding a town hall in Ogunquit, where much like I've been doing for the past month, going around the state of Maine, making myself accessible to Mainers in their communities so I can listen to them. I can hear about what it is they need to change in our political system. And that is what I'm going to continue dedicating my time to. Thank you all very much, and I really appreciate your support through all of this. I will say, it is deeply hard for me personally, but all the outpouring of support telling me to stick with it, telling me that this doesn't matter, telling me that this means that the system is scared, it means the world to me. And I want to say thank you to all of you who have done so.
What does the chat think? Is he believable? Do we believe him? Does he sound sincere? Is it a rational reason? I mean, ultimately, I don't think anybody is watching from Maine. If you're in Maine, give me a woot woot or something. But I doubt it. Very small population up there. When did they co-opt the symbol, though? It's known. Like, it's up there. Like, I think if you just Wikipedia Nazis, it'll come up in, like, the top 3 iconography thing. Like, it's up there. Not even capping, I didn't even know what that was. I couldn't tell what the fuck his tattoo was. And then they showed me the thing, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks Nazi thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that does look like that. Yeah, that's probably that. I had never seen it before, but I don't really traffic in those circles. Crypto Nazis mince words and obfuscate. He sounds sincere. Okay. The tattoo he had resembles the back patch of the 1%er MC here in Wales. He was a dumbass for not covering it sooner. And that's the thing. I think he was, like, this is the Democratic Party at work. In case anybody was wondering, they have a 77-year-old woman that they want to put in for a 6-year term, and she's their gal. Unbelievable. Tim says, I believe him. Billy says you're drunk. I believe him, but I'm willing to acknowledge my naivete. He's not a Nazi. Like, it's not, I don't think anybody's, like, wondering if he's a neo-Nazi. It's a character flaw. I didn't recognize it as a Nazi symbol. I do know about being young and in the military. When you are on your liberty, you really do cut loose, in the story about getting it done while drinking. Sounds right. Yeah. He's also no Pete Hegseth. That's true. Like, Hegseth. What does he have? What is it? Infidel? He got infidel added to, like, his under bicep, his tricep there on the inside. Like, dude, what are you fucking doing, man? You have to go meet with fucking Arab leaders. We have Arab allies. And you get fucking infidel on your arm in Arabic. Like, come on, brother. And it's I think it was really stupid. And cuz here's the thing, cuz let me play devil's advocate here. If he had a fucking Confederate flag tattoo, right? How would I feel? How would I react? And then he's like, "Oh, I just never got it covered up." Tim says we have a whole year to find out who Plattner is. His name is Plattner. You're even spelling it wrong in the thing. Not Planter. Plattner. And how's your trip, buddy? How is your trip? Oh, Ted Cruz is lighting somebody up.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Cruz, welcome.
This is a Trump nominee that he's lighting up. That's the only reason we're watching this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
His name is
Mr.
not Planter. We got a $20 super chat from... Nope. Beat me to it. I will read it. It says, thank you, Kay. Re-upped into the U.S. military 3 times and went back again as a private military contractor. Is that PMC? I'm guessing. He is not anti-fascist. He is a stormtrooper. Oldest trick in the book. Macho fascist repeating superficially leftist rhetoric and walking it back later. That's what Kay thinks. I'm prone to lean towards Kay's side of this. I do believe that he's sincere about some things, but his history is his history. You know what I'm saying? So if he is like the Finn of the newer like Star Wars, if he's Finn and he's no longer a stormtrooper and he's one of us, you know what I mean? He's joined the rebellion. If that's who he is, how do you not get that covered up already? You know what I mean? Like, you must have taken a deep look inside before you're like, I'm going to run for office, and then just be like, hey, I got some stuff I got to clean up. Like, you know what I mean? We'll see.
I'm concerned that your stated public position...
Again, Maine's the only people that get to decide this. So, like, 45 people are going to vote for both of the people. Like, there's no one up there.
...are markedly in conflict with the views of President Trump and with the positions of the United States. So I want to spend some time talking about your views. Let's talk first about boycott, divestment, and sanctions of Israel.
Tim says, if I am wrong about him, I will acknowledge I was wrong, but I don't see it in him. Maybe he deserves a deep dive. When you get back to the kingdom, Tim, we'll dig into his past a bit. In case he's already walking back the all cops are bad stuff, he said. Because that stuff doesn't pull well with normies. Like, it makes sense to us, but normies, like, that makes them feel scared, right? And if you're running for election and you're making your Mainers feel scared, you know what I mean? They can't rock with it.
During your tenure as mayor, the Hamtramck City Council passed a resolution supporting the boycott of Israel, divestment from Israel, and sanctions of Israel. Do you support boycotting Israel?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. So, as a mayor, my position is an honorary position, and it's a city manager system in our government, city government. So the Jewish Voice for Peace group...
Oh, it's the Kuwaitis.
...drafted that resolution, came and convinced the city council to unanimously vote for that.
So you voted for it?
I didn't vote for it because I only vote if there's a tie. So it wasn't my idea, it wasn't my initiative. It was the Jewish Voice group.
Did you support it at the time?
I didn't support it. I didn't vote for it. It wasn't my idea.
Did you oppose it?
Tim, his name's not Theodore. His name is Raphael.
I didn't have to vote at the time. So
do you support boycotting Israel right now?
Senator, we don't have any companies that deal with Israel in our city.
Okay, with respect, you're not answering my...
How can I boycott something that we don't have? Ted Cruz is so stupid. Dude, listen to his response. It will help you ask your next question. But if you ask a dumber question than the first one, he can't answer you. Oh, Theodore. Oh, Raphael.
Any companies that deal with Israel in our city.
Okay, with respect, you're not answering my question.
I don't...
As a policy matter, do you support BDS? Do you support boycotting, divesting, and sanctioning under your leadership the city you were leading became the first American.
This is funny because this is Trump's people being ripped up by Trump's people. Like, their internal politic is so contradictory that no one can survive their own litmus test.
City in the whole country to pass a BDS resolution, and I'm asking if you support
Bye, Ali.
the policy that you put in place.
I didn't put it in place, and I don't support it, but it was, like I said,
So
drafted
your
by...
testimony here today is you do not support BDS, you do not support boycotting Israel, divesting from Israel, or sanctioning Israel.
Yes, sir. It was drafted by a Jewish attorney, voted unanimously by the city council.
All right, let's move then to the Abraham Accords. In August of 2020, you posted harsh criticism of President Trump's push to normalize relations between Israel and the UAE. You said that it was a threat to stability and a cause for mourning. Do you continue to oppose the Abraham Accords?
I don't recall writing that, Senator, but at the time, as you know, I was opposed to the president. Up until 2024, I was still not a supporter of President Trump until...
So you opposed President Trump. My question is, do you oppose the Abraham Accords?
No, Senator. I think there's a great opportunity at this time to have a growing momentum and to move with the President Trump peace plan. And there's a great opportunity that we can treat everybody.
They're selling people downstream
fairly and accomplish regional stability, a long-term, everlasting peace, and get everybody involved in this.
So in this same post, you described Saddam Hussein as a martyr. Do you continue to believe Saddam Hussein was a martyr?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. This is the third time I'm asked. And as I said, I was a private citizen in 2020.
I'm just asking your views.
Yes, thank you. I will clarify that. It was the day of January 7, 2020, when our military bases were attacked by Iran. And in a moment of anger, because we didn't respond.
So I asked you about today. Do you continue to believe Saddam Hussein was a martyr today?
Senator, I don't think that, no doubt that Saddam was a dictator. And I said earlier, if this offended anybody who suffered from Saddam, who lost a loved one, I apologize about that.
Okay, so you're not answering my question. Do you believe today that Saddam Hussein was a martyr? That's a yes or no?
I mean, I can say no. It wouldn't matter. He's in God's hand. He will get the treatment he deserves. I'm not.
All right. In August of 2020, you posted that the Muslim Brotherhood was an.
See, Americans they're not ready to deal with people on a world stage. They're not used to people having opposition views to their worldview. Like, it is anathema to Ted Cruz to think that anybody would prefer Saddam Hussein over the glorious American, democracy. Like, these people have lived their entire fucking lives not worried about your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody worried about, I might have to talk to Ted Cruz in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, well, why wouldn't they have an opinion that I would like as an American? They don't live here, dude. They ain't worried about what you think. Ain't nobody crafting their life to make sure Ted Cruz likes what they fucking think. Especially fucking 5,000 miles away. Why the hell would they care what Ted Cruz thinks? But it's indicative of kind of how we have this like almost like snorkeling goggles, and they kind of cut off your peripheries a little bit. That's how Americans go through the earth. Like, that's how we just exist. We just have our own little thing, and that's all we see. Whatever we're looking at is the only thing that exists to us. And it's very telling is what it is. I mean, Raphael is a slime ball, but a blinkered world. Yeah. Y'all remember Bo of the Fifth Column, Plattner-esque macho white guy who made content to persuade normies, unless it turned out dude was convicted human trafficker. What? Brought women in from Eastern Europe, hired them out to housekeeping services as temp workers, and then stole their wages. What? I can't remember what he looks like. I gotta see what he looks like. Oh, this dude. Because I see this Belle of the Ranch all the time. Oh, she took over the channel. Oh. Oh. I see now. That's fucking... I didn't know it was him. That's... He was trafficking women. What the fuck is wrong with people? Got caught, convicted, but mysteriously managed to stay out of jail. A couple of years later, he's got a massive leftist platform. Mm-hmm. See? See? That's crazy. I didn't know that was him. So Google reveals he apparently had a second touch. Oh my God. Here we go.
Inspiration. Do you continue to believe the Muslim Brotherhood is an inspiration?
Thank you, Senator. I think a lot of my posts were written in Arabic and mistranslated. I believe that, it's an ideology. It's not just a group of people. I disagree with a lot of things that they do. Some of them are extremists. Some of them are part of some governments in the Middle East. So I trust our government to do the research and
Okay, again, my question was simple and straight.
I can't even, I'm tapping out. I can't listen to Ted Cruz anymore.
Times is now reporting that the entire east wing of the White House is going to be torn down by this weekend, which is a pretty stunning thing, right? Trump had said this wasn't going to touch the White House. Now the entire east wing is going to be torn down by this weekend, according to the New York Times. I'll put up the picture because we've been showing a live camera of the actual demolition, and obviously it's a bit dark.
Do you continue to believe the Muslim...
Shut up, Ted.
Our photojournalist there is going to, be zooming in. We'll pull out a little bit, if he can, just to see the proximity. Yep, here we go. Sorry. We're communicating here over earpiece. So you can see it right there next to the actual center of the White House itself. You are warning, Edward, that there could be a lot more surprises to come. I mean, this is a pretty big surprise. Not going to touch the White House and now demolishing the whole East Wing. What do you mean with more surprises?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to see more and more surprises down the road, both in terms of the impact on the executive mansion itself. It could go beyond the East Wing. It could affect the Executive Mansion building itself, the original 1800 building. But I think much more likely what we're going to see is a ballroom that's going to be even more ostentatious. And it's going to turn the Executive Mansion into an annex to the party space.
Okay, wait, let me just make sure just to put, as I'm hearing you say this, I'm just thinking about it, right? A White House that I've seen as a tourist, that I've seen as a journalist on the inside. You're saying that the upshot of all this may be that the actual White House itself, that people think of as the White House, will essentially become an annex to a large ballroom in terms of how it appears, if this goes ahead even as currently planned.
Yeah, if you look at it now, and like I was born in Washington, D.C., I lived most of my life there. If you look at the Executive Mansion now, you see 225 years of history, even further back to the influence of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and the architect James Hoban. And you see that history. Now your attention is going to be drawn to this giant ballroom, which really has one man's name on it. It's going to cast the Executive Mansion into the shade and turn it much more into a presidential palace. And I just say, as a Founding Fathers historian, spent most of my life with George Washington, I think all of the founders would have been disgusted by this.
Much more of a presidential palace. Lulu, just hearing Edward, who was the chief historian of the White House Historical Association, Trump's first term, right? And his life studying this, talking about the ostentatiousness that's going to look like. The White House itself is is an annex to an actual ballroom, that it's going to look like a presidential palace in other countries, so different than what the White House is in the United States. Whoa, what's your reaction to that, Lulu?
I think this is going to be delivering President Trump's opposition a huge gift. You know, at the end of the day, we in America are a country of forgetting, right? We forget our history. We don't often celebrate it. We are a country that famously moves forward all the time and looks to the future. This is one of those places which I think most people hold in their hearts because it is the most visible.
All right, here we go. Here's some Avi Bitterman Says update, the apparent second Nazi is likely just the TFC tattoo established 1919. While 1919 is established Nazi symbol, it is in this context, context is likely not, maybe. There is another angle with less clear being tossed around on Blue Sky. Debunked this. Can't even confirm if the image is him. I would, yeah, that's him. Uses debunked. Okay. All right, everybody calm down.
Symbol of American history, the best of American history. And this president has decided, without any consultation, without any preservation, to simply tear it down. And I think, you know, what we've seen this White House do is bet that the American people will forget, that there will be another thing that they will be upset about or another thing they'll find interesting, and they won't focus on this. But this ballroom will endure, and I think it will cause this administration a lot of headaches in the future, because what will have been lost...
Look at our shit. Look at our shit. Look at this. We got the White House on cinder blocks. Obama would never...
and what is being built are two very different things, and I think Democrats and others can point to it and say, this is where this president has put his focus, and it really isn't a symbol of the America that most people want to embrace.
You know, David, you worked at the White House. You were there every single day. What's your reaction when you look at these pictures, you look at the demolition itself, and then after that visceral emotional reaction, you then hear what Edward's saying about the outcome here being that this would look like a presidential palace in another country, a ballroom with an annex.
Yeah, no, I think it's revealing about the mindset of this president. I will tell you, Aaron, every single day when I worked there,
David
I
Axelrod.
walked into that building with reverence and a deep awareness that every nook and cranny, every wall was witness to history of our country, and some of the greatest leaders in the history of our country worked in that building, dealing with the challenges and crises of their time and building our future. And you know, the wanton this is sort of a metaphor for a lot of what we've seen, the sort of reckless destruction on the one hand, and the erasure of history. And these are the hallmarks of what this president has done. Now, Tom Tillis is right that, you know, we have people who are day to day in this country trying to struggle on their paychecks to take care of their bills and you know, hope for something better. And I think that the visual of this, it will just compound their sense of revulsion about what's going on here.
Well, also, I mean, I will say, and I know we sit here and think of this, but when, you know, thinking of places I've traveled in recent years that the world has seen images from, and that we all have seen images from, of such destruction, right? And to think that you're seeing an image like this and it's the actual White House in Washington, D.C., there's something so deeply jarring about that, Edward. When the White House says that this ballroom is just...
Hey, I ain't got no love for that building. Fuck that building. But I just want, I mean, I hope this is hitting home for certain people that do not understand that this motherfucker is crazy. He is straight up fucking crazy. And he is breaking shit in a very literal sense now. He is breaking shit that cannot be easily replaced. She's singing in there. That's funny. I'm trying to find where that thing I watched was. Let's go here.
It is that
we're going local.
Time of year, not just Halloween candy. Millions of Americans will soon be choosing their health care plans for next year.
I mean, looking at the plans, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Right? One poll suggests many Americans actually growing anxious over what healthcare is going to cost going forward.
Always worried about how much is going to be coming out of your paycheck, right? Take a look at this poll from the AP Newark. It found nearly 6 in 10 Americans, or 57%, say they are very or extremely concerned over the rising cost of healthcare.
38% of Americans are worried about losing their insurance, and more than 4 in 10 Americans are worried about not being able to pay for needed medications. KSHB 41 consumer reporter Elise Schoenig covers healthcare costs for us at KSHB.
And she's sharing their voices about their outlook on healthcare for the year and hearing from experts on what to pay attention to when you pick out your plan.
Open enrollment is approaching, and that's the time of year where you need to shop around for the best health plan that works for you. I'm Elise Schoenig, and I cover the cost of healthcare. But just about every consumer should prepare for increased premiums as they're making their selections this year.
Medical care should be a basic human right.
For many consumers, open enrollment is a yearly
Russell.
deadline.
I don't have it consistently, so having this...
Hold on. Here you go, Russell. This is what they want it to look like. Look at this. This screams for the people, doesn't it? It screams for the people. Fucking crook. Enlarge.
As a safety net for people is very important.
This plaza shopper says she's retired and a volunteer, and says she gets her insurance on and off through the marketplace.
I'm very concerned.
Recent data shows that insurers offering Affordable Care Act plans could increase premiums by around 18% for 2026. The price you pay could jump by 75% if subsidies for the program expire at the end of December. Premiums went up 7% in 2025.
Healthcare costs have gone up faster than inflation.
UMKC professor Chris Garman says reducing subsidies increases costs to insurers, which increases premiums you pay.
As people lose their subsidies, those who are healthy will probably gamble and say,
they'll
"Do I
opt
really
out.
want to pay all?"
And they'll opt out. And if there's less people in the insurance pool, that means each individual person in the pool will have to put more money in the pool, which will increase the cost of care for everyone. Like, this is basic shit. If you have everyone on the same, I don't know, universal plan, universal health care, where you don't have to have health insurance at all, then there's no pool to be managed. The cheapest and most obvious way to do this is to have single payer, because then you can negotiate prices at a rate that the health insurance companies refuse to do so because they have no incentive to do so. They have been steadily increasing the prices because they're getting subsidies. So if we don't want to keep paying subsidies to these fucking healthcare insurers, then get rid of health insurance and have single payer. This is so obvious. And these are the fucking fiscal conservatives, right, that are all bitching and complaining that everybody needs to pay for their own. That's more expensive for you, dumbass. Like, they claim to be such fucking wizards with numbers and math. And, oh, we can look at my portfolio and I trade stock. Like, you don't understand that it's cheaper to have the fucking one person negotiate all the shit? Like, you don't get that? You don't get how that if you can leverage 300 million customers to one company, how you can't bend them to give you the best fucking price ever? Like, you don't get that? No, let's just have it split up so whoever gets the best deal gets the best. Y'all are stupid. I don't trust y'all with money.
That increase.
What about people who get insurance from their employer? Well, a recent survey showed employers say their health care plans could go up by 9% in 2026. That could be the highest increase in over 15 years.
What are the decisions we make?
No, this is totally normal. This is totally normal.
to help affordability for associates.
Melissa Holthouse oversees employee benefits at H&R Block.
Just that consumer mindset around it, that you can find the same type of good quality care, but you may find it cheaper someplace else.
As employees look to enroll, she recommends these tips. Research which plans are best for you, see if you can enroll in an HSA or FSA, and keep up with your preventative care as much as possible.
People will get sick.
Yeah, don't get sick is the current is the current fucking wisdom. Do not get sick, whatever you do.
Sicker, and it'll cost everybody that much more.
Consumers don't want this deadline to prevent them from getting the best deal. In Kansas City, Elise Schoenig, KSHB 41 News.
Well, there's not going to be a best deal because there's only going to be extremely pricey and non-existent. That's what it's going to be. Because these people are stupid. Like, they have all of these lofty goals and plans, and I'm going to do this, and this is going to piss people off, and wait till they hear what I do next. That's not governing. You know? Like, that's not governing. Because governing means you have to take care of everyone, even including the people that you don't like and the people that don't like you. And that's okay. So even if people don't agree that that care should cost $2,000 a month because they can afford it, it doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. Governing is about looking out for everybody, not just your constituents. Not just your constituents, or not just your donors, as some people have found out. Uh-oh. Fake ICE agent caught by the real cops. That's going to be funny. Oh, homeboy from ICE decided to run away to D.C. For his court case. I think she's holding another trial, Judge Ellis. Good shit. Good shit. All right, it is lunchtime over here, and it looks like little stinky baby is done watching her show. So this is gonna be a quick one today. Thank you guys for hanging out. These people are stupid. New U.S. model. Fuck yeah, man. Dumb as hell. Thank you everybody for the lovely support. Thank you Kay and Alistair for your super chats today. Very generous. Thank you so much. I will catch you guys probably tomorrow. We will see. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.